Hey guys, welcome back. So I first have to apologize for any ambient noise that you might hear, but it's such a beautiful day outside and I have been stuck inside almost all week. And so I really wanted to get outside, and since it's so nice, I figured I might as well film outside. I will be honest, I have been wasting a lot of time, or rather even more than usual, scrolling through Instagram because I just have needed some kind of escapism. And so I figured I might as well share with you guys all of the accounts that I have been looking at and share with you my favorites, so that way if you are into Bookstagram, or if you just have an Instagram account and you like to look at aesthetically pleasing book related content, then maybe you can get some ideas. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. As usual, please let me know in the comments below if you have a Bookstagram or even just an Instagram account, and what Bookstagrammers you like to follow, because I'm always looking to follow even more people just so that I can have more content to consume every time I'm scrolling on Instagram, which is a lot. Oops. Okay, so first up we have Plot Tryst. Now, I absolutely adore their account for the simple reason of the tone of their captions. I think they're absolutely witty. Side note, they do have a podcast which I've listened to where they discuss romance novels in their own snarky way, and so I really like their Instagram account because of how they describe books and what they think of them. There are two ladies behind this account, at least two that I can think of, and like I said, they each give their thoughts on certain romance novels, and it's just a really interesting take on how they think of books. They are just one of my absolute favorite accounts when I want to laugh, especially when I've read the book, and even if I haven't read the book, sometimes their snarky interpretation of it makes me want to pick it up even if they didn't love it. Okay, next up we have Crime by the Book. Now, I absolutely adore Abby's account. I think she was actually one of the first Bookstagrammers that I started following once I created my own account. In fact, I think I probably followed her from my original non-Bookish account, but she is just so wonderful in the content that she puts out. If you like mysteries and thrillers, you have to follow her because that is all that she posts about. And in addition to having so much aesthetically pleasing photos, she's very well known for having her latte or coffee as well as a cover of her book, which that is just my absolute vibe. But in addition to that, she is very good at giving you summaries without it being too spoilery or without it coming across too, I don't want to necessarily say opinionated, but she makes you excited to read books. So while you might have, say, the ladies from Plot Tryst kind of going in their snarky way about how they describe books, Abby gets you hyped to read them. I know that she does work in book marketing, which, talk about dream job, but she kind of gets you excited in a different kind of way because she always explains to you the level of detail as to what makes this certain mystery or thriller book stand out. And honestly, I gotta say, following her reviews via Instagram has made me add to my TBR so many times. She's actually the one who put me on Elie Alexander, and fun fact, by the time this video comes out, I'm sure she's still doing it, but her and Elie Alexander are actually friends, and during this whole quarantine pandemic, they have been having a virtual movie night every Saturday where they watch a certain scary or mystery movie and then live stream discuss it afterwards. So check out her account for the book recommendations as well as that fun Saturday movie night event. Next up we have Reading Ancient Egypt. Now, when I came across her account, I was super excited simply because it's rare. In fact, I don't think I have ever seen any other booktuber or bookstagrammer talk about books that are specific to this cultural time or this specific period in time. And ancient Egypt is actually one of my favorite time periods, and so to have an account that is dedicated solely to that is just it's so good. So in addition to, of course, talking about Egyptian fiction and non-fiction, she also posts a lot of books starring strong women and strong heroines, which obviously is something that I can get behind. But I really enjoy her account, not just because of the type of books that she posts, but also her thoughts and opinions behind them. She is a wealth of knowledge, and even a fangirl of ancient Egypt culture myself has learned a lot, and it's just really exciting because I've actually discovered a few different series that I had no no idea existed because of her account. And needless to say, my TBR has gotten longer, but I'm okay with that because it is helping me read outside of contemporary, which I'm trying to break out of that, and her Instagram account has definitely helped me do that. Oh man, okay, so this next Bookstagrammer, I have to admit, I put on this list solely for the aesthetics, and that is Hot Cocoa Reads. Now, pause the video right now and go look at her Instagram, because if you love books, and you know what, have you ever seen Beauty and the Beast, and when the Beast takes Belle to his personal library and she freaks out because it's the absolute most gorgeous thing you've ever seen? That's what this account is. She has a dream library, you guys. Now, as far as the type of books that she reads, from what I can tell, it spans a variety, which, you know, that obviously lends itself well to the diversity in her library, but it's just her photos that I am obsessed with. In fact, the first time that I saw her photos, I actually thought that she was reposting photos that she may have found from like Pinterest, or professional photos taken from a library, I don't know, somewhere in the world that is just not real life. But when I learned that it was her personal account, I was gobsmacked. It's so beautiful. It's really inspiring, actually. And she posts little vignettes of places around her library, like maybe a stack of classics, or like a photo with her cat in it. And honestly, in addition to me just loving looking at her photos, whenever I'm in the mood to not read, but I want to get into mood to read, I have to look at her photos, because instantly it makes you want to pick up a book, especially if it's like a rainy day, and as her name suggests, hot cocoa, you want to just snuggle up with some hot chocolate under a blanket and read all day. Ugh, it's the best, you guys, honestly. The next Bookstagrammer that I'm obsessed with is Feminine Romance. Now, I'm fairly new to following her. I probably saw her under the suggested based on another Bookstagrammer that I'm following, but I'm so glad that I started doing that, because her reviews are just the best. Now, from what I can tell, most of the books that she reviews and gives descriptions about are romances, but again, I love romance, so I'm totally fine with that. But her take on it is just so interesting, and obviously, as her name suggests, a lot of her reviews, or just the tone of her captions, reflect that feminist aspect, but it's just absolutely empowering. It's hilarious. And she started doing this thing recently where she posts photos of herself with an eye makeup look that matches, or rather goes with, a cover of a book, and it's absolutely gorgeous. She's so talented with that. So if you guys love books, obviously follow her, but if you're into makeup and inspiration in terms of how people pair books or book photos with other things, be it makeup or clothes or whatever, definitely give her a follow as well. My final Bookstagrammer that I am obsessed with is Elie Alexander. Now, she's actually the only author in this list, and that's just purely coincidental, but she is a cozy mystery author. She writes the Bake Shop Mysteries, which is set in Oregon, actually based on a town that she lives in, which is beautiful, by the way, based on the photos. But I love following her because she just seems so fun and upbeat to hang out with. She's definitely somebody that I wish I could hang out with in real life, but I love following her because she posts a lot of content related to the type of books that she writes. So, for example, around Christmas time, she had like a 12 days of baking or something similar to that, where she's teaching you how to create certain recipes every day for a certain time period. And I think that's such a fun and cute idea, and honestly, it's a really smart way of marketing your books, because I will be honest, that is exactly what hooked me to even pick up her books. And typically, I gotta be honest, I don't usually follow authors that I'm fans of, simply because it seems like a lot of authors don't have a active presence on social media besides just posting their books. And I think that she's completely the opposite. She just is a regular person who seems very interesting, who you'd want to hang out with, and she just happens to also write books, which is like my favorite type of author profile, because it's not as if every single post of hers is pimping her own books. It's very natural. And like I said, the place where she lives, which is in Ashland, Oregon, is what she bases the location of her Bake Shop Mysteries of. And The scenery there is just so beautiful, and it's just like an overall well-rounded account that even if I didn't have a Bookstagram, I would be following her. Okay, so those are my favorite Bookstagrammers, at least some of them. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do a part 2, because I could probably do not even just a part 2, but like a part 3 and a part 4, because there's so many talented people out there. But I hope you guys got some suggestions. Again, let me know in the comments if you have your own Bookstagram accounts that you're fans of, or even if you have your own account so that I can follow you guys. As you can see, if you've ever watched to the end of my video or seen my description, I do have my own personal Instagram account. I am by no means a professional Bookstagrammer, but I envy and applaud those who are, because I know just how much work it takes to get like the perfect flat lay or write the perfect caption, and I just want those people to know that I appreciate those photos, and people who follow you appreciate those photos. And you know, Instagram is my favorite social media platform. I think it is an excellent use of escapism as well as inspiration. So please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more content like it. Hopefully the sound is not too bad. Like I said, it is a gorgeous day outside, you guys, and I just had to get out here. So when I stop filming, I'm probably gonna stay out here a little bit longer just to enjoy my new plants and the whatnot. But I'll talk to you guys later. Happy reading. Bye.